What's going on YouTube? Welcome to my channel, Money Moves with KIMK, and today we're going to talk about budget tax auction properties that you could purchase for under $500. Okay, so keep that in mind as we're talking about this. Now, I know a lot of you are parents and you just went back to school shopping, okay, and it was treacherous, okay, and you may have spent over $500. So imagine if you could place that $500 that you potentially spent on back to school clothes and resources and things for your child. Imagine if you could place that into an actual property, whether that be a home or land. Either way, the opportunities are out there to actually purchase properties under $500. Let's take a look, shall we? So here is a couple of properties that are under $500. Some are over, by the way. It's not clickbait. I will show you things that have sold, all right? I will show you, all of these have sold. The auction was August 18th, as you can see. Registration for auction is closed. All bidders were required to register by noon, Monday 18th. So these have all been completed. As you see in bright red, it says completed. The reason why I'm showing you this is because I really want to get into your brain that it is possible, right? I just did a video, is it possible to buy property this cheap? The answer is yes, and it's no. A lot of times, even after you purchase the property, there will be expenses, but they still don't amount to the what you can actually get as a profit once you sell it, if you decide to sell. A lot of people do flip these properties, and folks sometimes just keep them, right? Keep them in their portfolio. But you have to purchase the right property, and that's what we're gonna kind of discuss a little bit here today. So you can look at this lot. It sold for $210. It's completed, guys. It's done. Kaput. Like it's complete. $210. You probably spent $210 on some Jordans for your child or anything else, right? Entertainment for the weekend, for the day. The economy is crazy right now. Everything is pretty expensive. So $210, we pretty much can do that with our eyes closed pretty much, right? $180. This is a lot. Now this is land. You can see, if I kind of zoom in, you can see that it's outlined in green. All of these are outlined in green, but this one has a little red dot right here. That's how you know which parcel of land or property they're talking about, referring to when they are discussing the sale. A lot of times I do go on Google Earth as well. I Google Earth the address and get some more information on that as well. We have, let's see. This one sold for $3,400. This one for $4,000. We have down here, it's a parcel of land. Let's click this one because it appears that it has a home attached to it, and it sold for $1,400, okay? Now the starting bid here was $1, and of course, we know that is not man, that's crazy. I just thought about, like, in the event that somebody won the bid starting at $1, that is crazy. That's crazy. So it has been completed, like I said, and there is a home here. Now, let me actually go back because I think I clicked the wrong one. I looked at these a little earlier. It's this one. This is the one that sold for $1,400, and yes, here. As you see what I see, you see a home, and you see it appears from bird's eye view to be a garage of some sort, but it's all on one parcel of land. And I will say, this is Indiana, by the way. I will say that these homes are very, very close together. I mean, depending on what you want to do with the property, I don't know how many acreage this is, but I want you to read each and everything on the websites, okay? Including this, and I'll kind of break it down. So it says R-land only. Building is currently being raised. Purchaser will not be responsible for the expense to raise the property. What is raise? Raise means demolish, right? So it's probably on a demolition list of some sort in this particular city in order to be gone. So those are the type of things that you need to, watch out for when you are purchasing these tax auction properties. Does it come with the property as well? Because sometimes they could say, you get the land only, but you have to read and get a lot of information. Plus, you need to identify what is the charge for this actual third party, which is the auction website, right? Typically, they will charge a fee for using their site, okay? Rightfully so. I would charge a fee as well for you to use their site and get a property for $1,400 or $200. You can't necessarily beat it, but you have to do your due diligence to ensure it's a good deal because you don't know, all right? You really don't know. So keep that in mind, guys. You really have to be patient as well and not just jump on it because it is $210. It could have some other issues with the property that you would need to get under control. Meaning, is it an environmental hazard? I rarely talk about that within my YouTube videos. Look at the flood zone. If it's in a flood zone area, I don't think most of these homes are, but I don't know, right? That would be for further due diligence. If I were interested in this property, you'll be looking for zoning, depending on what you want to do on the land. If you purchase a land for $210, that's just crazy. If you purchase a piece of land for $210, and you want to build another home on the land, what is the zoning for that property? That is very, very informational and important to identify when you're talking about these properties. Now, for this website, you might say, well, okay, you went on and on and on about, what's on the website, but what is the actual website to find this? Well, it's in my course. So if you're interested in the course, I'll put a link in the description and the pinned comments because I put this as well as continuously update my course with information or links to beneficial deals, right? And although this auction has passed, it does not mean that it won't happen again. In fact, it will happen again. Matter of fact, I did a video about this months ago, right? And I showed just a glimpse of this website and I had somebody in the comments say like, hey, Kay, what is that website? And I said, I'll give it in the course, right? I'll give it later or whatever, which I did. I'm a lady of my word, okay? So keep that in mind as you're pursuing these properties. You need to know what happens before the auction, during the auction, and after. You don't just buy a property for $180 and think everything is peaches and cream because it's not. Normally there will be some type of issue. That's just real estate. But there will be some things you got to clear up, and kind of proceed like that. So make sure you grab the course. Again, it is in the link in the description. And if you're interested in YouTube membership, I do a membership. It's $4.99 a month at the moment. And you get the videos early. Okay. So keep that in mind. If you made it this far in the video, I truly do appreciate you. And I would love for you to place in the comments section, cheap deals. Okay. Cheap deals. It allows me to know you made it this far in the video. And I truly do appreciate that. Until next time, guys, you stay blessed. Peace.